So hear me out. We've had steak, we've had pasta, hot dog. What better way to end this season than to finish it off with cake?
What is this jacket? Is it cut off trench coat?
So cake or not, what's going on?
How many jackets do you own?
For our season finale, the food above all food.
Or that you eat at the end of other foods?
And that is cake.
Mince.
What?
Mince. No, it's cake.
We are going to eat 3 cakes in 3 days at 3 drastically different price points to find out which one is the most worth it at its given price point. I love cake. Cake represents celebration. It represents happiness. It's a symbol of joy and coming together.
I'm not crazy about cake, honestly. I think most cake, it's just too sweet. It's one note. I'm not saying cake is bad. I want to have some honestly good cake today. Can I have that?
For you, we'll do that for you.
Wonder which one of these is going to take the cake.
Hey-oh! That was pretty good.
My name is Betty Porto, one of the owners of Porto's Bakery and Cafe. My sister, Margarita, and we work together. Porto's was started by my mother. We came from Cuba as immigrants, started making cakes at home and selling them to their neighbors for whatever they could give her. People would bring other people, telling each other there's a lady in Silver Lake and Sunset that makes incredible cakes, and the rest is just hard work.
And how many cakes are you doing these days?
Oh my God, we do hundreds. You know, we have maybe 15 or 16 cakes that we make on a regular basis every day.
Just kinds of cakes?
Yes, and the ones that we're going to be showcasing, which is the milk and berries.
So yeah, tell us about the recipe.
It's a tres leches. So we take the tres leches sponge, which is a sponge that's soaked in a milk syrup, and then we filled it with whipped cream and fresh berries. We tried all kinds of different fillings, and this was the one that everybody liked the most. And ever since we put it out, it's only been growing and growing. It's our #1 bestseller.
I think because they has the sweetness of the tres leche, which is that condensed milk, but then the tart berries that we ended up using kind of cut it down, so
there's a balance.
When I first heard about Porto, I asked somebody, where should I go to eat? They told me about the potato balls and the cheese rolls.
Yes.
I know we're not eating those today.
Well, why not? We can eat all day long.
We're gonna get those to go.
Okay.
We have now been presented with the famous milk and berries cake. It is a tres leche cake.
Stuffed with berries.
It's a beautiful thing. I think first we take a sip of the
Porto's Cortadito.
2 shots of espresso with condensed milk and milk in it. And this heart represents the love that I have for Adam. Cheers. Oh, I love the condensed milk in there. If you don't like the bitter taste of coffee, this is perfect for you.
It still has a nice balance of bitterness though.
It's there.
This will teach you how to like coffee, I think. This cake, I can already tell I'm gonna like this cake.
Off the bat.
I mean, it's very pretty. It's pretty, but it's like still very natural, you know? My big complaint is when cakes are like neon yellow. Oh.
This looks like it wants to be in my mouth right now.
So the underside that was on the plate is just so moist. Moist is a word we're gonna be saying a lot in this episode. It's the best use of a not great word.
Cheers.
This cake is very good.
Look how it stays on your fork.
Tres leches cake. It's all about being saturated with that syrup, dense with moisture. The creaminess that the sponge becomes is different than the creaminess of the whipped cream. And then you bite into a berry, and that's actually the hardest texture, but then it explodes with more moisture in your mouth. They should rename it 3 Moistures.
My favorite part of this cake, how it feels like I'm drinking the most satisfying glass of milk. You would think that a cake milk doesn't taste good. You'd be wrong.
I mean, the bar has been set very high. Let's get out of here. Pretty good cake, right? Guys, they gave us sandwiches.
Tres leches milk and berries cake. $27.
It's a cake you can take home to your mother.
My mother will accept any cake. She loves me like that. Yo, they also got us some potato balls.
Cake facts. I love cake.
We did it. 1 cake. Any of those cake.
Hit me with a moist cake fact.
Did you know that German chocolate cake was not invented by the Germans?
Who's it invented by?
An Englishman, the last name German.
Well, that's just confusing.
You made a cake, what would you name it? Il Nicky cake?
I could name it Il Nasty. All right, so see you tomorrow.
Let's want another ball.
Yes, please.
Just pop it in. Shove it in there. Where are we going tomorrow?
My name is Darby Aldaco. I'm the pastry chef here at Proof Bakery. And today we're going to serve you an espresso chocolate cake.
So walk us through that process, building that cake.
First off, we make the devil's food cakes. They're trim, broken down into 3 layers. First layer, soak. It's basically a little espresso, sugar, water, crème, which is a creamy pudding. We cook ours a little bit further than normal. We take it almost to the breaking point, so it's really thick because we actually use it as an icing as well, so it's gotta be really thick. Next is the espresso buttercream, and then just build again, repeat the whole process. And then we crumb coat it, which basically protects the whole cake, so when you ice it, none of the crumbs fall out, and then glaze them right before they go out into the store. We save all the scraps that we cut off the cakes actually. Those get baked, dried out, and then we grind those for the crumbs that go on the side of the cake. Pretty much our biggest seller here, besides our croissants. It's not overly sweet, it's not overly powerful with the espresso, it's just balanced, and we serve it at room temp. Otherwise, the flavors get muddled in the cold. I think you need to have all the flavors kind of brighten up when they're room temperature.
Do you have a favorite cake?
I mean, this espresso cake I eat for my birthday.
Yeah, that's a good measure.
Yeah.
Whatever cake you eat for your
Chocolate
birthday.
cake though, I mean, can't go wrong.
Yeah, can't go wrong. Let's start with our cappuccinos.
Cappuccino?
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
Delightful.
Powerful.
You would become very easily addicted to drugs.
Yes. This whole thing is so satisfying to look at.
I also really like when she used the blowtorch knife, it left this little ridge of melted chocolate at the seam of every slice. I find that very satisfying.
Oh, yeah.
Are you left-handed?
Yes, that's why I sit on the left side.
Cake boop. Boop. Here we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you just try that with me? Outstanding. Incredible. What word am I looking for right
It
now?
might be the best cake I've ever had in my life.
It's room temperature cake. That's the difference, I think.
It's room temperature. It's alive in my mouth.
It's not too sweet, but it's perfectly sweet. It doesn't fall apart. It's not too crummy. Everything is like in perfect order.
Has structural integrity.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That means the textures are balanced. I can do this. I can make my points with the cake.
Okay.
It's a tight cake, you know? That's what I like. Not too much going on, but everything that is going on is going on good. I'm gonna say it. This cake wins.
You haven't even seen our last cake yet.
It's gonna have truffles on it.
Adam, your turn.
Can we eat those croissants?
Oh, what? I'm driving.
Respect the croissant. Look at those flaky layers, dough. Look at that, yeah.
So what do you think about proof?
I mean, the proof is in the cremeux, you know?
Did the cremeux turn you into a curmudgeon?
That was pretty good. Baby cakes should be saying, I want to be like that cake when I grow up.
Cake Factory!
Cake fact.
Cake fact. Did you know that FDR's favorite cake was fruit cake? Also, my favorite.
My favorite cake is carrot cake.
Did you know Bill Clinton's favorite cake is carrot cake? Cake is delightful. I saw you smile at Proof.
Yeah, I was having a good time.
3 cakes, 3 days to the last spot, Bottega Louie.
2 cakes down, 1 to go. Guys, I had cake for breakfast. I'm not doing too hot.
I'm James Roselle. I'm the cake designer here at Bottega Louie, and we produce custom cakes. Anything you want, we can certainly create.
Anything.
Tell us a little more about Bottega Louie. What kind of place is Bottega Louie?
So Bottega Louie was founded in 2007. We have a restaurant and marketplace. The restaurant specializes in Italian fare type cuisine, while the marketplace is where you can come in, get some pastries, whether it's macaroons, beignets, chocolates. We produce over 14,000 macaroons a day.
A day?
A day, yes. Macaroons are probably our most popular sweet item here.
We're getting those. And so we're gonna be eating the cake. Tell us a bit about your process.
So if you want a cake from Bottega Louie, we will sit down, eat cake, discuss details, have some coffee, maybe some champagne. And during the consultation, you get to taste 10 varieties of fillings along with our chocolate and vanilla cakes.
So Steven's already done all this.
Yes.
This already happened.
Yes.
You guys are already best friends.
Yes, we are.
I'm the one out of the loop.
And then we'll go into baking the cake once the sketch has been approved by the client. So we bake cakes, allow them to cool. During that process, we'll be making all the decor, whether it's sugar flowers, ribbons, bows, lace, everything is done out of an edible medium. Once all of the decorative aspects are completed, the cake is filled and iced and stacked. Then at that point, we just put it all together. Your cake, I firmly believe, has to taste as good as it looks. So our cakes start at $9 per person, and they can go up depending on how intricate and detailed the design is. So the final price tag for your cake turns out to be $1,120.
That is the most expensive food we've eaten on this show.
To date.
And what does cake symbolize for you?
Cake just symbolizes life, celebration. For me, when I think about cake, it puts a smile on my face. And I think that's how it should be for everyone else.
This is I've never seen a cake like this. It is very satisfying to look at.
In case you were wondering where the cake is, the box is the cake.
The box is the cake.
Yeah, I guess that. Let's see what's inside, what mysteries it holds.
This is
Whoa.
the best part right here.
I love how perfectly square everything is.
It's worth it.
So what kind of cake did you select for us? This was partially your idea.
What I told him was make it fun, exciting. I told him that you are very hard to please, which is,
Relative to you, you are very easy to please.
I'm a happy person. Is that okay?
It's fine. Let's get to the cake.
The gift box cake. It's a Funfetti strawberry buttercream and white chocolate buttercream with a flavor explosion in the end.
I can't wait to eat everything on this box. We've got 80 people worth of cake and we're sharing a slice. I love that it's not just an object sitting there, it's like a still life of a scene.
Strawberry galore.
It is like a delicious strawberry shortcake with sprinkles.
Take me back to my childhood. 10-year-old Steven would have went ham on this cake. Can you imagine 10-year-old Steven though?
I'm just imagining a smaller version of you.
I'm getting that sugar rush right now.
Yeah, I'm getting that sugar rush right now too. The strawberry is a very fresh strawberry flavor. It's like I'm sucking them right out of the field.
Let's eat some of the candies.
Sure.
No, my candy!
Yummy. It's like a little chocolate Whopper. I want you to break it off like a wishbone.
Oh, cool. Give it a wish?
Sure.
All right. What was your wish?
Didn't come true.
Tastes like decoration.
It's fun to eat something that's shaped like this. It's like a dried pasta noodle that's sweet.
Whoa. I'm eating
It
paper.
tastes like paper.
I call the party hat.
Do you want to wear it? Party time.
This is the most fun. Just eating whatever I want to eat and having no consequences except for the massive sugar rush I'm having.
Disclaimer, there are no consequences to eating a lot of cake. This cake is delicious, but it is very clearly a cake inspired by you.
Tell me more.
2 kinds of cream, 8 layers, sprinkles in there as well. Other kind of sugar baubles everywhere. It's like the lucid dream of Steven cakes. You like that? It's a good cake, eh? What am I, Canadian?
The final question, does it taste as good as it look? I would say better.
I would say, I think I'm incapable of eating anymore. All right, let's get out of here.
Ooh. My heart is ready. Cheers. Which one was the most worth it at its price?
Let me break it down. Bottega Louie, amazing. I've never seen a cake like that in my life. Overall though, Proof was the most worth it for me. It was a perfect cake in the way that you actually had cake when you're a little kid.
We spent over $1,000 on a cake at Bottega. I truly love Bottega, the experience, James. All that being said, this is the hardest one. My worth it winner goes to Porto's. They bust out thousands of those cakes and each one is the same amazing quality. We have one more task. Now we must deliver this to the Tasty headquarters. So you guys ready?
Oh yes!